Hmm? We'll do this step by step. Okay. This is important. This is not only about the profession part. You pick any uh, areas in your life. Okay, it is applied for the everything. Steps to analyze profession. Okay. First step, decode the combination related to what? Saturn. Then this first step, what is the meaning of this first step? We need to see the Saturn, only Saturn. Now in this chart, if you see Saturn is retrograde, okay, so it means two positions we need to check. So if I see Saturn from the Taurus sign, in trinal, Saturn, Virgo, okay, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn we need to check, correct? And Scorpio also, because that is the seventh. Okay, so with this logic, if I make the combination, then we have Saturn, Mars, and Venus. Saturn, Mars, and Venus. So I write it down here. It's Saturn, Mars, and Venus. Then first we identify the planet. Okay, responsible planet. Then we see the next part. Okay, now decode the 10th Lord from Saturn. What is that?
Saturn itself.
10th Lord from Saturn is 7, 8, 9, 10. Aquarius.
Saturn.
The 10th, who is the 10th Lord from Saturn? Again Saturn.
Saturn.
Okay. So again, can we write this? Mars, Venus. Correct? Mars, Venus. Now, decode 10th Lord from Jupiter. Who is that?
Jupiter itself.
10th Lord from Jupiter, Jupiter itself. Okay. Now in this case, I need to decode the Jupiter.
Mercury.
Okay. So Jupiter is positive Mercury.
Gemini.
Okay, Jupiter is positive Mercury and making combination with Venus, Mercury, Sun, and Ketu. Or if I take Jupiter from the previous house, then same combination Mars Venus. Okay, the Mars Venus combination we are already discussing, so I will leave it. So I will take the Jupiter's current position, that is Mercury, Venus, Sun, and Ketu. Now this is very, very simple. Now you have decoded these three lines, okay, three steps. Just pick the common planet out of it. What are those common planets? Mars, Venus only, no?
So do
Same
we
thing
do it again because Jupiter? We don't have to do it again because Jupiter is retro from the second house.
No. Consider it done. Why? Because if I consider Jupiter from the previous, that is Saturn only, no? Saturn, that combination we have written only. We know.
Yes.
Mars, Venus.
Okay.
Understood. Okay. Otherwise, you need to write that also. So now, with every angle, if you consider, you can see Mars, Venus is dominant here. Similar case in a chart also, it is reflecting the same thing. So thing is, after using these 3 points, okay, you have come up with Mars and Venus. Then fourth step is identifying common planets or houses which denote profession of native. Okay, only we have this fourth step. After fourth step, you can add any spices to it. Okay, with other planets who is surrounded by those planets and all these things, we can add it to give more preciseness in our prediction. Venkatji, understood?
Say after this, what I want to say is that main planet is the Venus. Now, if you see the Venus is connecting to Rahu moon. So definitely,
yes.
Same in the Amitabh Bachchan chart also. Venus is the main planet there, but Venus is also being the dispositor for moon.
Ultimately, see, you know that person is already in the film industry, so obviously the film industry element automatically they will connect. They will connect. See, there are many ways to reach Venus. Okay, you can reach Venus through the 10th house. You can reach Venus to the Saturn, or you can also reach Venus through this fourth step. Now it depends on you, like on which method you are mastering. Okay, you have mastered which technique. Okay, so ultimately you are going to reach Venus only, no? Then only you can say he is actor. There is no other way. So every route will take you to Venus. Now from Venus you can add all factors of moon and other things like Mars is also important because of the that personality you need to become actor. In Rajesh Khanna chart also Mars is there. So the fourth step is clear. You see again the same fourth step is also applied to the other areas of life. Okay, whether you discuss education, health, children, father, mother, take any area. The fourth step is always there. Okay, in this whole 3 or 4 months, 5 months course, I want to make you understand only these 4 steps. If you understand this four step, our course is end. Okay, and this is the biggest and toughest part to reach Venus in this chart. If I remove Rajesh Khanna from this slide and you present to this chart, it is become very tough for you. See, once you completed those 4 steps, okay, so at the end, what you receive, Mars and Venus. Okay, now our next job is to lock any specific job which is actually signified by these Mars and Venus, and some relevant houses are also connected in the chart. Okay, this is a crucial point. You can write it as a fifth point also. Now, how will you do it? Now, you see the simply chart with respect to Lagna. Now, in this, like this is again a Amitabh Bachchan chart. Okay, let's discuss this one only. So, they see this chart. You will end up with the Venus and Mars. Okay, and now with focus of Venus and Mars, you tell me which houses are connected in this whole chart. Now, Venus and Mars, the second house is connected. Okay, let me mark this also for everybody. Second house is connected. Venus, Mars are connected. Okay. Sixth house is also there because they are in sixth house. Sorry, in eighth house. Huh? Now you see the Sun. Venus, Mars is with Sun. Sun is the lord of 7. He is with Mercury. Mercury is the lord of
Right.
this. Fifth house. Mars is the lord of this. And this. That's it.
And Saturn is
Okay.
with the Taurus again.
Yeah, you have second, third, fifth, seventh, and 10th, 8th house. Now what to do? Think about Venus. Okay, and tell me Venus and second house, any common profession? Venus and third common profession, or Venus and fifth common profession?
So this is all has to do something with the Venus and second.
Venus and second.
So here, with respect to his chart, we're talking about.
Generally, like let's say he's not Amitabh Bachchan. Then tell me Venus and second house.
So when we look at Venus and the second house, we will look at the wealth part only, na? The money, finance.
No.
Everything is the
Speech,
accumulation.
speech.
When it is about economy or finance and all, that is Jupiter and second house. Venus is money, that is fine.
Money.
Okay. But when you discuss about the organized thing, that is a professional part or an institution, that is Jupiter and second house. There's a difference between Venus and Jupiter. Right? They both shows wealth. What is the difference in the wealth? Venus is a personal wealth, your wealth, which will show off things. Okay, which is spend, materialistic things. Jupiter and second house is something organized, bank, your asset. Venus is not your asset. Okay, Venus is just to spend it. Okay, you show off things.
But sir,
Jupiter,
wealth is not shown from your second house when we talk about wealth also, na? So
wealth is second house. That is bank. That's why I'm saying bank. Okay. So that wealth is Jupiter, not Venus.
Okay.
That wealth is Jupiter. Banking sector is Jupiter. That is also signified by second house. Okay. Finance ministry is again Jupiter, second house. Now Venus and second house, you know what is common in between them? That is jewelry.
Okay.
That is the reason the Taurus, the bull, has all that jewelry and looks just so flamboyant. And that is the reason second house is also the face. The well-known people always have that, like, that the second sign very prominent with something.
Very prominent,
because
and
that's what people see them from their face.
we do makeup and everything in face only.
Yeah.
That is visible to everybody. That is Venus.
Yes, sir.
But that internal beauty in the face, that is Jupiter. That is aura. So both are there in second house only. Okay, so when we ask what is the common in between Venus and second house, that is jewelry. Okay, that is restaurants, hotels, five-star hotels and all.
Food, because it's a food also intake.
Food. But there is a difference between moon second house, Venus second house. Moon second house is the real food, which can actually fulfill your hunger. Venus second house is not fulfilling. That will fulfill your ego, that will fulfill your fantasy, that will fulfill your desire through food. Okay, I want to eat chocolate brownie. Okay, so that chocolate brownie I can get from any small shop near my house. No, but I want McDonald's chocolate brownie. That is Venus. That is Venus. Now, Venus in second house, you know this. These are the professional parts. So I can suggest this native, okay, you should do something related to jewelry or something, these kind of business. This is the one option I can offer for him. What is the next? Venus third house. Any common link in between it? Yes. Now I can see Venus third house, Venus second house. That is something related to the art, performing art. Venus third house. Venus fifth house, that is acting, film industry. Venus third house, media, like radio jockey and all these things. Not radio jockey, video jockey, where you have to present yourself. Mercury third house, that can become radio jockey. But Venus third house, that is someone who himself present in the video or something. Venus third house, Venus fifth house. Okay, now it is clicking me. Okay, something related to the film industry is very good for you. Now Venus second house also I can correct. Okay, speaking in such a manner, like you can modify your speech or you can do something with your speech. Why? Because Mercury is also sitting with the Venus. So like this, you need to decode it further. Now in another set of combination, we have Mars also. So any common in between Mars and second house? Anybody remember Mars second house? No, nothing. I am not remembering actually. Yeah, Mars second house, we don't have any permanent profession yet. But Mars third house, anything?
Gym and exercising and just that one, sir. Like
Okay, exercising. He
dumbbells
can,
and all. Yeah,
yeah, we can suggest him
biceps and
to
all that.
Sports as well.
Bodybuilding. something like that.
Sports.
Also, Mars second house, army, third house, okay, defense and okay, all these things. Mars in fifth house,
People.
nothing much.
No.
Okay.
Could be bodybuilding, like Arnold Schwarzenegger, something like that.
Gymnastic and all. Okay.
Yeah, gym.
So at the end, you have only 2-3 options left. It is easy to suggest him, na? The kind of profession. So like this, you need to include the houses at the end. It will give you more precise answer. Instead of adding more planet to it, okay, now you blend with the houses.
Mm.
It is much. Agreed?
Mm.
Sir, what is the importance of science here in Amitabh Bachchan's chart while analyzing?
See, science is not showing you any Karakatwa. Sign don't hold any Karakatwa. But science hold the characteristics.
So on
Okay.
that point, signs are in Kalpurush Kundli, we get the signs from the houses only. The houses we get from the signs, or however we take it. Yes, sir. So when we look at a Rashi, which is then we also take the properties of that house. When we're taking Taurus as a Rashi, we're thinking at the back of our mind it's the second house. And what does it represent? Yes, sir. Likewise, when we look at the third house, and we know it's Mercury, and Mercury qualities and the third house qualities go, and then that Rashi. So why that signification? The basically what I'm trying to say is, when a planet is placed in a particular Rashi, we can pick up the significance, the influence that Rashi will have on the planet. Also,
Yes.
It is, yes, we can consider that part. But I will tell you one more thing. Like,
so because like you said, now all the healing Rashis are going to be water signs, which is a doctor's profession, a healer, spiritual person's profession. Likewise, if you want finances, we have to have the earth signs involved in it.
Yeah, so it means actually you are blending the property of sign, not the houses. Okay.
Yes, sir. Not houses.
Oh.
That's why I was not on the. That's why in the first place I did not talk about the houses, because if we are looking at, if like BNN when we are doing, we don't really right now, we're not focusing on the Lagnana, sir. We're not focusing. We are just looking at the combinations and the Rashis. And we're picking up the properties from the Rashis. That's why I said. So that's why here, because it's absolutely right. If we go by the Vedic way, we look at the third house, we look at the fifth house, accordingly. And we're bringing it together.
And I will tell you one more interesting thing, like how to, like, what is the application of science here? Okay. See, the first thing is houses never change. They are fixed. So depending on the Lagna, whichever Lagna you rise, you know your first house is here, second house is here. Okay. Now exactly what is changing? It is sign. Correct? So you make a list of sign, okay, and it's 4 properties. 4 property means like whether it's a fiery, earthy, watery, and there is another property, movable, fixed, like movable. Okay, chara sthir, chara. Chara means movable, correct? So what are the chara rashi?
Movable, non-movable, and both.
Movable is
Yeah.
1 for 7, 10.
Movable
Movable.
Rashi, Aries and Libra.
1
Aries
for 7, 10.
Libra.
Okay, Aries and Libra. Now,
And
see,
Leo and
now,
Aquarius.
you know the second house is speech.
Yes, sir.
Okay, if any movable sign is falling there, so there is a possibility that native speech is something movable. It means he will talk either very fast. Anybody understood this? Second house, that is a speech. Speech is a property of the second house, not of any sign. Okay, now what kind of speech this native will have, that you can understand by the nature of the sign. Nature of the sign. If it is movable and fiery sign, then how the native will speak? Pados wali auntie.
Very
That neighbor auntie. He will speak
impulsive.
fast and fiery. घर में आग लगा दे तो मतलब वैसा आएंगे, एक दो स्टेटमेंट बोल के जाएंगे, बस लड़ते रहेंगे शाम तक. That fiery speech, okay, something very like you can understand the kind of speech. Okay, fiery plus speed. She will not listen to anybody. Just answer the statement and done. Now imagine second house and Dvisabhav Rashi. It means the dual sign. Okay. Now what kind of speech we can expect out of it? Dual sign.
Changeable speech.
Changeable. You can trust his speech.
He goes this way and this way, both way. Depending on the situation, that person will speak.
That person will change the statement, not actual nature is different, but in terms of speech, okay, he can change anytime. Arvind Kejriwal sometime like this. Like सरकारी बंगले नहीं लेंगे, but ले लेंगे. जब समय आएगा तो. That is something like. I'm just giving. I don't know what is the behind, but we have to blend the properties of sign like this. Okay, but the real and core thing about the Karakatwa, that is coming from the houses only. Okay, there are 7 or 8 properties. 7, or I think there are 11 properties of the signs. If you master all these 11 properties, just blend it with the Karakatwas of houses, you can make thousands of predictions. Okay, like for example, you pick only one Aries sign. Oh, sorry, this fiery sign. Okay, what are the fiery sign? 159. Okay, that is a fiery sign. And let's take the first house. First house plus fiery sign. What prediction you will make out of it? And see, this is not about the Parashari and BNN. This is basic. This is applied for the every subject. Okay, every thing. Fiery plus first house. Okay, when first house falls in the fiery sign, the first house make the individuals with the short tempered and proud nature. Okay, they show arrogance. They are sometimes unattached. Now the fiery sign second house, dishonesty. They can tell lies also. They are liars. Third house, fiery, courage and self-confidence. So when we say Mars in third house brings courage, what is the reason? It is not of the Mars because it is the nature of the Mars, that is fiery. And to ignite that confidence and courage in the third house, we require fire element. So it can come from Mars planet directly, or it can also come from the fiery sign.
Yes.
1, 5, 9, both three, all three signs. All three signs can create courage and that part, not only Mars. Correct. Similarly, fourth house, fire. It can also denote the profession related to the fiery sign or the education related to fiery sign. And education may not come easily to them. They have to struggle, lot of struggle in the academic journey because of the fiery. Because in fourth house, the suitable and ideal sign is what? Earthy sign. That is the best sign for the fourth house. Because education, we need stable education. Okay, that continuity we need. Fire, water, these are not a continuity. Okay, so that flowing nature is not required in the fourth house. Okay, that fourth sign is a natural sign in the fourth house, that is fine. But for the academic thing, okay, for learning purpose, we require stability. Okay, so like this, every house have something for the every element. Okay, like fifth house fiery sign. Fifth house fiery sign.
Also we call
Fifth house fiery sign, that is fire in the fifth house. That is an intense sexual relationships. Okay, that is a fifth and fiery. Okay, and that is not considered good. Okay, fiery sign, there are a lot of curses and a lot of dosha that is associated with fifth house Mars, fifth house Sun, and fifth house fiery sign. People commit mistakes when they have these fiery elements in fifth house. Okay, so as per the Rishi, this is not a good thing. Okay, sixth house fiery, it can cause a health trouble related to the excessive body heat. And remember, all we are doing these predictions only with the help of only one element, that is the fiery element, that is the characteristics of sign. Okay, we are keeping those house characteristics common. Okay, house characteristics are common. Sixth house health, I am just adding the fiery thing. If I add watery, now in sixth house, predictions will change. It is same. Okay, so it means fiery, this Rashi characteristics is nothing to do with the Karakatwas. Karakatwas house have separate Karakatwas. We need to blend with Rashi characteristics. And you can make the same Karakatwa, the functions in different manners. Okay, like I given you the example of speech. Okay, speech can be harsh. That is because of
fire.
what? Because of the fire. Okay, speech can be blunt or not blunt, like in one statement they complete everything. That is solid thing. Solid means what? That is earthy. जो बोल लिया वो होना है.
Solid, yes.
तो बाहुबली का डायलॉग था ना कि मेरा वचन ही शासन, ऐसा कुछ. तो वो जो बोल दिया वो है. अब that is something unshakable. That is solid. That is the fire earthy thing. The same speech is manifesting in different angle. Why? Because of the characteristics of
Signs. Rashis.
who is the deity of Rashi?
Who's, depending on the sign, Lord.
Like example Aries.
Mars.
Who is the deity of Aries?
Mars.
Oh,
Deity.
DT is a deity. Mars is a lord.
Mars. Okay.
DT.
Deity for Aries.
Like in nakshatra we have deities, correct?
Okay, yes, sir. Ashwini most. No, but yes, this has 2-3 signs. Ashwini is just a part of
Ashwini Bharani.
Sun.
Like Ashwini have Ashwini Kumar, they are deities. That's it. Okay. So originally, see, we have a Rashi Chakra and Nakshatra Chakra. There are two belts. Right? So Nakshatra Chakra, they have
Different deities, sir, for different nakshatras we'll have. So one Rashi will have 2 or depending, maybe 2, depending 3 deities.
Yeah. Like something like this is outer chakra, that is Rashi Chakra, and inside that we have Nakshatra Chakra. Okay. So for Nakshatra we have deities, but not planets. No planets for the Nakshatra. Okay. So the concept of using planets lordship for the Nakshatra, that is totally wrong. But in Rashi Chakra, we have planets as well as deities. The deities thing nobody teaches because they don't know, because they are not learning these things from the classics. Okay, so like they have developed the theories for the nakshatra, same thing they have done for the Rashis also. The deity for the Rashi, like for example, I can give you only one for now, In some other classes we can discuss this. Aries deity is Kuber. Now that's why wherever Aries is placed in your chart, so that person have the tendency to collect those things. Collection. What is the duty of Kubera? So we know Kubera is wealth and all. We know the characteristic of Kubera is to collect. He collect the wealth, but he is not spending it. He have that ego and that kind of sense, or he's just fascinated about the wealth. He only want to collect. So wherever your Aries sign falls, you will see you have like subtle sense of collecting those things. Aries fourth house. If they have any trauma in their life, for them it is very difficult to leave those thoughts, or like it is very difficult for them to come out of their past because they collecting those things. Who's the chupke rahenge? Aries fifth house. Like I also have Aries fifth house.
Me too.
So I have a habit of collecting comics from the childhood. Comics. Now, you know about the comics and all these things. So in India, we have Nagaraj, Doga, Dhruv, like these things. Okay, so you all can see your chart, see where Aries is falling, and think about it. Okay, so what you are collecting. It is not only about the materialistic thing, something we collect, something different, like other than materialistics also, we have collecting something. Some people have habit of collecting the god pictures, okay, old currencies, like old coins and all these things. So depending on the where Aries is falling, they will develop these kind of habits. I know this habit is due to the Kuber. So like this, all 12 signs have some deity. Okay, so if you know the property of that deity, so you will understand that a sign is functioning according to that deity.
Very true, sir.
Okay, so हमें पढ़ाया नहीं जाता है, पता नहीं क्यों डेटीज वेटीज के बारे में, क्योंकि उसका फंक्शंस लोगों को नहीं पता. It's fine. ठीक है, so the thing is like this we will do it.